Hi and welcome to clickmyproject.com. Now we are going to see the topic of mining frequent embedded subtree from a tree-like databases. Here we are going to mining the frequent subtrees from the databases of a library trees in a new research field that has been many practical applications in the areas of computer networks and web mining, etc. The mining of frequent subtrees here is to reduce the repetition in among the datasets or a database. Here, the repetition causes a major problem in while searching a data from the databases. For that, we have proposed an efficient algorithm to is introduced for mining the frequent and order and embedded tree in a tree-like database or a dataset. Here, we are going to take a dataset for mining processor. The embedded subtrees thus generalize a induced subtree, which is going to reduce the repetition in the tree. They are not allowing to parent-child branches, but also ancestor-descendant branches. Here, the most of the existing tree-based mining is used for only parent-child process, not for the ancestor and descendant process. For this, our algorithm is used for ancestor and descendant branches. Using a new dataset structure called a scope list, which is a canonically represent for the tree node, the algorithm first generates all candidate trees and enumerate embedded and ordered trees. We have to generate the candidate tree space. Based on that, we have generated a scope list. Based on the scope list, we have to frequently mining the embedded order. Now we are going to see the data flow of the process. Here the input is a dataset. The dataset is an meeting dataset which contains a human interaction flow. First of all, we have to extract the input dataset into normal form. After all the extraction, we have to identify the speech flow. Here who speaks first and who is the speech next. For that, we have to identify the flow. With the help of the flow, we have to separate the what are the commands I have to post, whether it is a proposal or a comments or an acknowledgement or an active acknowledgement. For that, we have to classify those things. After that classification of that, we have to construct two trees. One is the speech flow tree and another one is the proposal flow tree. Then the speech flow tree contains the which one is person comes out of the which one is person is comes out of the which one, like that. After that, based on the proposal tree, we have to generate a speech flow tree. Here the person talks which that's when we have to generate in the next proposal tree. After the construction of the tree, we have to classify the trees into subtrees. Based on the subtrees only, we have to find the embedded tree. The subtree is classified by using a main tree called as proposal tree. After that, we have to identify the each flow of the subtree. Then we have to generate a embedded tree with the help of the scope list. The scope list is nothing but we have the flow of this, and what is the flow denotes and what is the flow denotes. If the same flow denotes anywhere means, then that will be added into that previous parent node. And after all this, we have to identify the which one is the most among than the human interaction. Here we are going to see the running procedure of this process. First, we have to select the input, select .java file, and right click it and click run file. In this, we have to choose the input dataset first. For that, we click the choose, then go to the dataset where it is placed. Here I am placed in the dataset in named as input. This is our dataset. We have to choose this first. After the selection, the pattern discovery will be displayed here. After that, with this help of this, we are going to analyze the process. For this, we have click analyze the button, and that this form will be opened. First, we have to extract the dataset. In this, we are getting the who are the users interact in the meeting. After that, the flow will be identified for that. This is our flow for this meeting process. Then pattern will be extracted first. Then what are the proposal present in the meeting and what are the negative opinions and acknowledgement, positive opinions and comments are in the meeting. Here we are not knowing the person's detail who are speaking the comments, who are proposed, who are a positive opinion, who are a negative opinion, like that. For that only we have to extract the further process. Then we are going to extract the future. After that, click the flow tree. Here this is a flow identification, but here we are not knowing the process, the person who did who what, the person who did what, that we are not knowing. We are going then the speech person flow tree. Then this will be used for next interaction tree. After that, click the interaction tree and click the interaction flow. The flow will be identified. After that, we have to click the interaction tree. The flow will be stored here. Here the person one proposed the person who has positive opinion, negative opinion, comments and acknowledgement, like this. Then we have to click the generate the subtree. Here the three persons are there. One is the person one creates these things, the person makes these things, the person two makes nothing, the person who makes these things. After that, click embedded flow. In this, first we have to find the inner tree, that is called a subtree. The inner tree is the position one and negative opinion and negative opinion. These are the first inner tree, and these three is the second inner tree, and this one is the third tree, this one is the fourth tree, and this one is the final. Here the person 2 is no tree, here the person 5 has these trees. After that, we have to calculate the scope list. The scope list is nothing but the person flow identification. This is our first subtree, and click and we insert -1, and this is our second tree, and insert -1. This is our third, this insert -1, and this is our fourth, this is insert -1. Here there is a no tree for the person 2, that's why the -1. Here this is the fourth person and the insert -1. This is our scope list calculated by a formula by using placed in a paper. Then we have to calculate the support value. The support value is this. After that, t result, then click the above tree is shown for the scope tree for the proposal. This scope tree is for the person. The person 1 scope list tree is this, and person 2, this is the scope list tree, and click the result. The most frequent patterns in meeting is positive opinion. Here this is the flow and process execution statement. This is our complete flow. We have to identify the removing the duplicate trees in the dataset. Thanks for watching this video.